What is up, guys? You know what's going on. Got a breakdown last night's fights. It was crazy, man. My boy Dustin the Diamond, getting it done against Maxi Baby, which was a crazy fight, man. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. Let me get this set up. Hold on 1 second. Let's see where we're at here. Boom. Man, what a great fight, man. I was excited. I'll tell you, I was getting a little bit tired. Then the Gastelum Adesanya fight came on, which had me excited a little bit. It went on for a while, but it was exciting because I was waiting to see Calvin clip him. I thought in the beginning that Calvin had it, and then it looked like Calvin got a little bit tired and Adesanya kind of took over. I definitely respect Adesanya, but there's something about his fighting style that it's appealing, but it doesn't really excite me too much, which is odd to say, I think, but it's just how I felt. I was hoping Gastelum could get it done, but he didn't, and all props to Israel Adesanya. He came into the scene and just kind of took over, so awesome for him. I'm excited to see him try to unify the title against Robert Whittaker. That'll be interesting. And then the main event, man. I had been waiting for this fight for a while. I wanted to see Diaz-Poirier because it would have been like my two favorite fighters fighting each other, but then Diaz was just being Diaz, and Poirier decided, hey, I'm going to take a little bit of time and look for another fight, and he did, and he got Maxi Baby for the interim lightweight title, which, you know, I think if him and Diaz would have fought, it would put them both in a similar position, the winner, but it didn't happen, so this fight did, and, you know, I was honestly really glad that it did. There was the rematch. Dustin won the first one, but like we said in the other video, they were so young, it wasn't even the same fighters, you know what I mean? So, you know, Dustin just went in there and he got it done on his toughness and his power and based on damage, I think. You know, Max came with the volume, was touching Poirier a lot, but you could just see the difference in power when Poirier would hit Max. It would do some damage, and when Max would hit him, it was just kind of stopping Dustin's rhythm. That was about it. So Dustin just pushed through it, and there was a point where I thought, man, Dustin's, you know, he tried to put him away in the first, and he couldn't, and is he getting to a point where he's getting discouraged? And he even said something like that in the post-fight with Joe Rogan. He was saying, like, in the third, he was just getting discouraged, and he thought, you know, what's he going to have to do? But he said, nah, you know, screw that. I'm going to suck it up and pull this one out. So, you know, awesome for Dustin the Diamond. Lafayette, Louisiana. Theo Vaughn was in the crowd, so that was awesome. Just a cool night, man. Good night. Then we look towards next week, and I'm looking at this card right now, and I want to break down some of the fights, but I'll be honest, I'm not familiar with too many of these fighters. I am familiar with this fight, Roxanne Modafferi and Antonina Shevchenko. So that's Valentina Shevchenko's sister versus Roxanne Modafferi, who was on The Ultimate Fighter, and I think she went to the finals and lost in the finals, if I'm remembering right. But she's a tough girl. She's well-rounded, gritty, but she's fighting a girl who's, you know, 7-0 and is just more of a technician. Shevchenko is just a more polished striker. I just feel like her techniques are crisper. Roxanne does have the experience, and she is gritty, so, you know, you can't count her out, but I think I'm going to go with Shevchenko in this fight. I just think she's going to be more polished. So then the next fight is Devin Clark versus Ivan Shchirkov, which all the Russian dudes are tough. We know that. There's no image for him, no stats on UFC.com. So we'll just go with, he's probably a really tough dude. Devin Clark, nicknamed Brown Bear. He's 9-3, 6 foot, 205. Average fight time is just over 10 minutes, which is, that's good. He tends to get guys out of there. 33% KO, 11% submission, and 56% decision. Like I said, don't know too much, so I think we'll go with Devin Clark. He's got his picture there. 9-3. Don't know Ivan's record, so we'll just go with Devin Clark on that fight. Try to give you guys predictions, even if I don't know these guys, just to make it interesting. Man, the next fight, I don't even know how I'm gonna pronounce this. Pavlovich versus Golm. Who we got here? Who's Golm? Golm, Brazilian, coming off a loss. Pavlov's coming off a loss too. Heavyweight division. Both of these guys have a high percentage of knockout or TKO. I don't think Golm has ever been to decision. 0% wins by decision. Okay, wins by decision. Might have lost a couple decisions. Average fight time, 10 minutes and 43 seconds for Golm. 4 minutes and 21 seconds for Pavlovich. Pavlovich just looks like one of those tough, like, Polish type dudes. Pretty strong looking. I think I'm going to go with Pavlovich in this fight. Then it moves to a lightweight bout. Islam Makhachev versus our man Tiskurinov. Which, no picture for him. Probably no stats for him either. Yeah. No stats for him. I guess his last fight was his debut. Islam Makhachev, 16-1. Russian guy. We've seen him fight before. He's gritty, tough. Just a staple for a Russian type fighter. I'm gonna go with Islam in this fight by decision. Just kind of pounds out Armin Tuzganar. Man, this is a butchered episode. I apologize, but I don't really know these guys too well, and their names are just incredibly difficult. But I'm giving you my best here on a Sunday. After a late night last night, that Dustin fight, I don't think even started till 1 a.m. our time here in Florida. So now we're going to move to the main event. Here we go. Alistair Overeem versus Oleinik. I know him. He's the dude that submits people when they have him mounted from the ground. Versus Alistair Overeem. Man, this is a tough fight for Alistair Overeem. This Oleinik guy does not mess around, man. He is tough. He's strong, man. Super strong. Anybody that can submit you from the bottom when you have them mounted is a strong guy. Has a grip. They both have low average fight times. 7 minutes, 58 seconds for Alistair. 5 minutes, 39 seconds for Oleinik. Both coming off a win. I like watching Alistair Overeem fight. I like his fights. I like him as a person. He's a funny dude to listen to talk. He sounds funny. But I don't know, man. Oleinik is tough and gritty. Alistair has shown to win it big, but also lose in big fights. He's kind of done a win some, lose some basis. Oleinik, I think he's been on a little bit of a streak. Let me see something real quick if I can pull this up. Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna at least pull up his stats here. Okay, so beat Victor Pesta, beat Travis Brown, lost to Curtis Blades, no shame there. Beat Junior Albini, just beat Mark Hunt. Now he's fighting Alistair Overeem, so 57 wins, 11 losses for Oleinik. 44 wins and 17 losses for Alistair Overeem. I'm going to go with Oleinik in this one. I think he gets it done. against Alistair Overeem in the big show. I think his pressure is going to be a lot for Alistair. I think if he gets Alistair down, it's just going to be a wrap. So we'll take Oleinik in this one. A little bit interesting of a card here. Didn't have too much insight into any of the fighters except for the main event. But that's how it goes sometimes. It's okay, man. We had an awesome fight last night, man. Super exciting. Once again, glad my boy Dustin got it done. I called the co-main event wrong, but Dustin pulled through for me the diamond. So we got it going. We got it going. All right, guys. I appreciate it. We'll see how this fight goes. Break it down a little bit after, and then look forward to the next event. Appreciate it, guys. Peace.